Jeffrey Witherspoon.
Alright. We got an hour to talk about shit.
Jeff, we need. All right, bye, Jeff.
No fucking way. Okay, bruh.
His mic ain't working probably.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, no.
Gone. Absolutely gone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
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 Jeffrey.
Sorry, I got caught up playing Warzone with Black.
We need ideas. You got any ideas?
We can find some terrible tweets and talk about them if you want.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Wait, before you hit record, I just want to look at one tweet or something that I saw that was pretty funny.
Literally, go in the bakery and rack up those tweets from earlier.
Yeah, I was gonna post a tweet that I saw, but here it is. I was gonna post a tweet that I saw, but it was, you know, people are tired of discussing this individual, like in response to a Nuno tweet, like, or whatever. It says, "You can say what you want about other people's FCs, but it won't put you on their level." What is that supposed to mean?
I don't feel like gaming news being discussed anything here. Are at all new. Sorry. Wordplay doesn't make anyone else's gameplay look any better or worse. It speaks for itself.
So having an opinion is wordplay.
That's what I'm reading here.
How does that make? That doesn't make any sense.
And an opinion doesn't really count as a take either, because you're not trying to persuade something as fact. Essentially, me seeing Spanish discourse too early, it's already been discussed to death.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got the 30-year-old Cretaceous period boomer FCs. I'm the one.
Oh yeah, Brad Master.
How do you spell Cretaceous?
550? Is that what the number is?
660 is 660.
Oh.
Come on, Jeffrey.
Yeah,
Sight reading indicates skill the most. If it does, then I'm like fucking shit at the game because I fucking suck.
That's not true at all.
It's its own thing. I feel like, yeah, there's just players get better. That's an easy answer because they enjoy the game.
It might be its own thing, but it's also a very worthless skill to have.
Sheeshington.
Sight reading.
Yeah, it's pretty worthless.
I mean, I can kind of. I feel like with yeah, I could see it. You know, I guess really.
You're gonna replay the content infinitely amount of times anyway. So what's the point of?
Yeah, every FC is just like grinds and stuff. The only like sight reading may come in handy is if you're in a tournament and you haven't practiced the shit. But everybody practices it. So
if it's like a specific event dedicated for it, then I guess a skill gets tested there. But overall, that's mainly just focus and being able to pay attention.
Thanks for starting it off, Jeffrey.
Uh-huh.
This is episode 4?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Episode 4. Episode 4.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm sitting in a VC with 2 furry profile pictures. It's kind of cringe.
Huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Both animated. That's rough. Animated profile pictures.
Does not make mine a furry though. It's a Pokemon. It's a cartoon.
You know what is a furry?
You're also in the Clone Hero community, so having a Pokemon profile picture.
Yeah.
By default,
Automatic.
Lucario looking ass.
Nah, I'm cooler. What is this? Secret Squirtle or whatever. I can't remember what the Squirtle is.
Anyways, Jeff.
Nonetheless, yeah.
You know who else is full of furries?
Who?
Twitter.
Twitter is full of furries.
Twitter is full of furries and
Everything
boomers.
Else in between. Boomers as well, yeah.
Mostly boomers and furries. What were they arguing about today? Or not today, but just what were they arguing about?
It's more so what weren't they arguing about? Because it seems to be the thing to do every day is just argue on Twitter and yell into the void, and hopefully someone listens to your thoughts. So ultimately, just
yell into the void and hope someone responds.
Yep.
That's
And then
all it is.
forget it ever happened once you close the app.
Case fucking closed, man.
Or at least that's what you should do.
Yeah. Yell into the void.
No, no, no. The forgetting it ever happened part. Because fuck
Yell
Twitter.
into the void. More void.
No, 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 no.
Void. Twitter clone hero.
Alright, no. For starters, let me see what tweet really grinded my gears earlier. You scroll all the way up in the server. We got yeah, hold on, give me a sec.
I know the OJ Simpson tweet was like that was that was
Tweet in
bait.
question.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was completely
surely
bait.
that tweet is bait.
Yeah, they just came out. And
Yeah,
said it was
no.
bait,
They,
so.
they replied to Drew. Of course they replied to Drew, right? Drew. Why aren't you here, buddy? Also,
Why not?
stop getting baited on Twitter, bro. Please.
We got Holiday in Cambodia is a better FC than Panger.
Speaking
What?
of Drew, I think Drew just kind of has fun on Twitter, and he's kind of just like chilling. I don't think he actually gets angry at anything that people write.
Drew's just
Down.
looking for a fight.
Drew,
yeah, it's funny.
Yeah,
it's
Drew's
funny
looking
to him.
for.
It's funny to me too. It's funny. It's hilarious seeing.
He's looking
People
for the
get angry,
artificial Twitter
you know?
boxing match.
He is a warrior, and he's looking for XP on Twitter, and that's what he's getting.
He's a fucking tank.
He is slaying pussy left and right.
All right. Can't really go that far on Twitter.
Okay.
It's pretty impossible to slay pussy.
On Special Clone Hero Twitter.
All right.
Okay. We have.
Let's actually not meme about the Tech FC.
Okay, yeah. Twitter was a big fucking meme. Get that shit out of here.
The Tech FC thing. I feel like it's mildly important to talk about to get our opinions out there on it.
Yeah. Okay. Here's my take, and then after that we don't need to talk about it ever again.
Wait. I don't get to say my part.
Nope. You ready?
Why not?
There is two things you can put in your video title: FC or Tech FC. Outside of that, there ain't nothing. Next topic. Next topic.
I mean, that's pretty much
The only thing I agree, but the only thing is if it's like a really like impossible thing and like a segmented Tech FC where sections are split is still really impressive, then that's cool. But other than that, yeah, I agree with you pretty much on that. Sort of like you get like randomized notes 2-part Tech FC or something like that.
Yeah.
That section. Or or get a 2-part of that fucking
I recently
on Cosmic Embassy, like stuff like that would be cool. I don't think it would count for any. It shouldn't count towards an actual Tech FC, but you know, accomplishment wise, you know, that stuff is still impressive on its own, even if it's not, you know, a Tech FC. It's still its own thing. So.
Yeah, I did a quote 3-part -1 of fucking Helidox build up, so I can't really shit on people for posting it, but it's a cool proof of concept, not a claim to stake of an achievement.
Right. I was gonna say it's like it's hard to include something like that, like say like a segmented section into like a greater Tech FC like song wise, like sort of like in a greater scheme of things.
Mm-hmm.
But you can, I'd say, like it would come off more like, I guess, transparent with sort of the proof of concept idea, is if you were to just upload the section by itself, like segment it and be like treat that part as like the accomplishment sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like passing off like the rest of the song as like a Tech FC with like including the whole segmented thing is kind of like taking the easy way out sort of thing. But yeah, it's all really I have to say about it, honestly.
Yeah, it's like selling yourself short, and it's also kind of stealing the thunder from other people's who would get it.
Yeah, it's like not the conventional way to do things, and I don't think the conventional way should change, in my opinion. So I mean, because possibly just because I already don't really like the amount of like overabundance of Tech SCs we can win.
Whoa! You hear that, Tech FCers? Fuck you!
They don't they don't. At the end of the day, they don't really prove anything. But I can see how like they would look nice in a video.
I think that tech FCs are. It's like you could either be a full section. You could be a full song player or a section player, right, Jeff? Full song player is like the whole course meal. Like you get the salad, you get the steak, you get the mashed potatoes and gravy, right? And
So you're
then
telling me Tech FCs are just getting salad, no dressing?
and then a tech FC is like, yeah, you got like half a steak and it's like well done, and that's about it. And then throwing in segmented sections into the tech FC is like, here's that lettuce shit they have next to the.
No spices, one
Yeah,
carrot.
you know, like that rained on lettuce shit they have like at the Walmart veggie aisle that just gets fucking misted on all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit with some like watered down Italian
Just
dressing.
yeah, like
That's what that is.
the discount aisle or something that has stuff that's gonna expire in like 3 days. That
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's how much Tech FCs sort of just go above my head of after like maybe like 5 minutes. I'll probably forget about it. If it's not like something like, what's the word? Like above and beyond sort of like Tech FC capabilities, then I mean, yeah. They don't really, because at the end of the day, all I care about is that goddamn stat screen. That's all I care about. So
damn bitch.
to
I don't know.
I always question uh like how people can enjoy the game sometimes when they're just like loading up just section after section, just like you know what I mean. I don't know. It's just my personal preference.
As someone, I mean, I've definitely been spending more time in like practice mode myself, so I guess I can offer like the other perspective on that. I don't know, full
Right.
songs. I guess because I used to do a lot of full songs, but I think full songs have just become like stressful for me in a way because it's like a ton because it's like a long thing, and I kind of like I enjoy like chilling in practice mode and like learning stuff because I do think montages like just as much as full song FCs are I think are a good display of skill, especially when the montage has like a multitude of different like sections, different types of sections that have different skill sets.
Right.
I
It's
feel
like
like that sort of stuff, yeah.
yeah, like montages to section FCs to montages prove skill, but Tech FCs to full song FCs don't translate in the same way.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
I feel like Tech FC. I mean, I personally find Tech FCs a lot of fun to go for, but that may just be because they're probably easy. They're probably easier in general than full song stuff.
Right, exactly.
Depending on. I mean, obviously, if you're comparing,
It's a song by
a
song like pace
like a
based on this.
Schmootopia Tech FC um, to like a Prevail FC. Obviously, the Schmootopia Tech FC is going to be much harder,
You're right.
but it's just I feel like in general, like a Tech FC's, it's more it's like you know you're working towards something and you never lose progress on it because you FC a section and you FC it and that's it and you just put it on the list and
Yeah,
you got those clips saved up or whatever and you're counting you're ticking off the sections day after day. Meanwhile with full song stuff sometimes you could be like fully on with it and then you just completely lose it and you can't get back and you're back at square zero really easily.
I do want to
Yeah,
say to the point you made about like the super or not super Schmootopia to I don't even know what else you compared it to
prevail.
Prevail.
Prevail. Yeah, yeah. It reminded me of like when I said that like I guess tech SEs don't really translate to anything, but they do translate to some skill. Like obviously you can prove it within the sections, but I guess to specify what I meant was like tech FCs in themselves will never truly like uh instantly mean you could go in and see the song. Like
Yeah.
that's the point I wanted to make. I don't know if I ever completed the point, but
No,
like it
yeah,
was
I
more in
agree.
limbo.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Segment tech FCs. Yeah, fuck. I think it's also a steal to call it a tech FC. Period. I don't think we should
Yeah.
make
Yeah,
it
putting
a.
misleading titles is just not,
I don't think you should
great
call it a
for
yeah,
tech
me.
FC.
it's just not. At the end of the day, it's not an actual tech FC. It's just
Yeah, just call it a mini Taj.
a proof of concept, I guess.
Because transitions themselves are a lot of what make, certain tech FCs hard, like Souls 2,
Hmm.
like,
Yeah.
I think like, putting, oh, you just FC it up to the chords, and then you hit the chords to the outro. That's a two-part, two-part thing, I guess, since, you're doing the song in two parts, but it's not like a two-part Tech FC since you never did Murderous on its own with its full difficulty, or full murderous to the outro, because that transition sucks and you're taking out like 90% of the difficulty, at least in my opinion, when you're taking out that
Yeah.
transition. So
Yeah. So yeah, don't call it first ever. It's not first ever. It's like one of the reasons why people kind of got mad about the Uber song Tech by Frith like in 2019 because he didn't actually tech it. So why call it Tech FC in first ever?
it was, yeah, it was. I think it was like a Tech FC with like it was Tech FC -4
It
or
was
something
like
because it
no,
was
it
missing
was
4 sections.
yeah. So whenever I read that back then as a normal viewer, I was like, oh, he's only missed 4 notes, but it's like no, he missed 4 whole ass
Yeah,
sections. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I would put just like -4 sections to avoid confusion for newer viewers.
I would just
You
call it
know.
a Uber song video. That's what I would call
All
it.
right.
Uber song progress essentially, because it's not nearly a Tech FC for missing 4 sections.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. What's like a really piss fucking song, but there's one section that's like insanely difficult, like
Um,
extremely, like super weighted.
Probably like a piss easy song. I mean, I guess it's hard to think of something that's like really
Obsidian.
easy.
I guess
I mean,
Obsidian's
I
the best
guess,
example
yeah,
I can think of. It's like if you hit everything but Message to Blue and called it a Tech FC,
yeah, yeah. No,
so
it's
it
not.
doesn't matter.
No.
Yeah, or Hello
Anyways,
World. It's like if you tech after everything outside of
oh
Oh
yeah,
No.
oh no, yeah, oh no is a yeah. Hello World is a perfect example because
Yeah,
that's really like that's like it's like when you
that's
add oh no to that, that's taking it from like
yeah.
easier than Panger to harder than Prevail or
Yeah,
something like that.
that
It's
takes it
crazy.
from like a cheeseburger to like a triple cheeseburger.
Or like a normal like double or like a single like cheeseburger from like
A
Wendy's or something
chance,
to like one
Gordon
of those like
Ramsay.
quadruple bypass burgers from like
a
the heart attack
chance at a
grill.
heart attack to
Yeah, the heart
guaranteed
attack
death.
grill, you know that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sort of thing.
yeah, that's cheeseburger ass FC is what you can call it from now on.
What does that
Pretty
even
much.
mean?
Cheeseburger.
Anyways, anyways, let's I guess if you guys want to move on, let's talk about
Hey Jeff,
Yeah.
have you ever played Super Mario 64?
It's a game on the Nintendo 64, right?
No
and on
shit.
the Nintendo DS.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think I have played it.
And on the Super Mario 3D All Stars for the Switch. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, Super Mario 64.
Oh, I get it.
Oh my god, Jeff. No shot. No shot.
I honestly
Yeah,
thought,
please, bro.
no, listen. I honestly thought those were genuine questions. I was waiting for like the punchline, and then I just never got it. And then
Jeffrey
no, no,
Witherspoon.
no, no.
Jeffrey
No,
Witherspoon.
no, no. All right, so this account that spawned, right? SM64. It was looking kind of sus. Things were not
Sussy.
totally adding up. Clips were being uploaded in sort of random fashion. Unlikely songs that were FC'd by suspicious people. And then, this fucking Joker.
Very well.
Yeah.
Done very well. It was very clean play.
Yeah,
Overall.
I had no idea that, I mean, obviously, I mean, you guys probably talk to Jobu more than I do. I didn't even know he was. I haven't like seen him play that cleanly ever. So it was really, I guess it was cool to see sort of because
Well,
this is like, it's really I feel like it's something I was saying before is that I feel like a lot of people when they upload only one thing in Jobu's case, he was uploading like a lot of really fast stuff, and that's he said himself in like the description of the last video that's all he was really uploading. They don't upload other stuff, but oftentimes you'll get people, those people are really good at other stuff too, but they just don't show it.
Yeah,
And
they
this
just don't
is
Yeah.
a
show
good
it.
example of that. Yeah.
Mm.
So I thought it was really cool to see, and nobody really suspected it was Jobu either until the very end, until that link was cracked. Which I mean, I don't know the entire. I think didn't Jobu explain it to one of
Yeah.
you or something? So I mean, I
Yeah.
guess if you want to explain that briefly, uh,
Yeah.
because I don't, you know more than I do regarding that.
I think it's this one, right? Yeah. So this, I'm just gonna give it a quick 30-second explanation. No need to go into it a lot. So it first starts off with this right here, Genesis 11:19. It's about the Tower of Babel. The tower is destroyed, only one become a library. All that is needed is within the video. The end. Has some other stuff. Has some this. What you do is you go to the website, the Library of Babel, and you can input this right here. And I believe it gives you some hexadecimal, or this is hexadecimal to one. I'm kind of stupid.
You within the close of the video, you type in each.
Yeah, there's like something. Yeah, fuck Joby, you're stupid. Why would you do that?
Essentially, if you knew, you knew. If you watched the video, you seen the clues. You inserted the clues in the thing, and then you took the thing it gave you, and you pasted it in the thing, and it gave you the link, and you create a link via the
Yeah,
via
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
app, and you
yeah,
sent it, and then
yeah.
you found out that
Oh
it was
yeah, wait.
Jobu because he was
Oh yeah, and
Jobu.
one more thing. Shout out to Random Days for cracking the code or
Yeah,
whatever.
Random Days was quick on that shit as soon as
I
he won
told
the
him
game.
I told him about it, and he was like, "Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna crack the code," and he did. He came through, and it was awesome to see. That was some pretty sick stuff. It was like I think I like I forget like I went I told him about the thing or whatever, and then I had to go out and do shit. Then when I
Uh,
came back home like an hour later, he'd already cracked it, and I'm like, "What, bruh? How,
I will
took
say,
you like?"
shout out to fucking Jobu for not being crippled.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's why we none of us thought about Joby because he has.
I wouldn't say none of us.
Okay, well, that's why I heard of basically zero talk as to if it's Joby because of his injuries.
Well, I knew it was Jobu. What's it called? Because we played like 2 days before on Clone Lion,
Uh huh.
and then well, I mean, I wouldn't say I knew it was Jobu off rip, but like as soon as I seen the unlisted video that was found via random, I knew it was fucking Jobu. Like, pretty
yeah.
instantly.
I knew it was Joby when I heard the mic.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, that I've been in VC with that man too many times to not know.
Yeah, did not know the fucking mic.
Yeah, to not know the mic.
Wait, I'm like, pretty sure this mic is in all those fucking speed clips, literally all of them. And then
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
it's gotta be fucking Jobu.
Yeah. Okay.
Good work on him for making a
Yeah.
thing
Making
like that.
something interesting, yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so controller apocalypse. Not happening right now, but what if it happens? And what does it mean?
Oh.
We'll at some point we'll be in like what's the word? Like a stock controller apocalypse at some point.
Yeah. So if y'all both know about it now, but I have an auction going on, right?
Yeah.
For controllers, and it is 6 minutes out, and it's at $51.
Gonna
Three.
look to it.
5 minutes out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
three
you,
three World Tours and a Les Paul.
Are you at the top still?
Yeah, I'm at the top.
Be careful though, because you always got those people
Last
that
minute.
Last
yeah.
minute bidders. Oh my
1 minute. Yeah.
God, man.
I lost. I remember. I think when I was younger, I think what is it? My father and I were bidding on like a game or something. I was like 8 years old, and
Right.
we couldn't get. We were last minute. We didn't win because the web page wouldn't load after we hit place bid, and I was like so disappointed.
How
That was-
often? How often it happens when like the last 2 minutes of bid, like the price will jump up exponentially
Yeah.
on most auctions. It's very fucking annoying. But I mean, judging on, I don't think anyone's bid since you bid last, right?
It's
Like
been like a good amount of times. Bid history.
Well, it's not even like unless there's like a kiosk on there. Those bids aren't really that crazy, and I know Kramers don't get bids at all. They like never.
Yeah.
So you could be intact.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good topic. Yeah. Yep.
Eventually, though.
Let's save these two for last. We'll do those last. Let's talk about Brad Master getting all Clone Hero full series FC, right?
The
Guitar
C8,
Hero Full FC, Guitar Hero Full Series FC on Clone
Cl-
Hero.
I believe
yeah,
no one's went out of their way to do that but him.
on Clone Hero, I don't believe so.
Right.
Maybe Rob,
But,
but that'd be the only person I could think of. But
uh, I doubt it honestly,
yeah, he's kind of
because
lazy.
he would want on the one on console, considering that's pretty sure it's like the only thing he's missing. But yeah, fucking shout outs to Brad.
Oh,
I know I watched the end of the video.
mm-hmm.
It was pretty emotional. It's like the pinnacle of how you want to feel once you get something that you grind for forever.
Hmm.
And I was just it was pretty satisfying as just like a viewer to know that you can still feel like super positive towards the game and then like get the rewards you want after working towards something for so long.
Yeah, and speaking of, I'm the one, and Farin got that as well on
Yeah,
console.
Van
Yeah,
Halen.
He
the
got it on Van
fucking
Halen.
machine gun.
The machine gun strat. It actually works really well. I will
He
say.
is the fucking machine gun. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. So that's he. I don't know how long it's been since the last person who got their first FC of I'm the One, but it's probably been a long time. Closest,
Um,
I don't know who would have
I
done it.
can't think off the top of my head who would have done it last.
The closest
But
prior to Infrain, most likely is Frank. I know he's had a couple minus ones on the full song, in between
yeah, at the meetup, right?
after the meetup as well, I think. But
Okay.
also the meetup, yeah,
Like, I remember you just hearing the discussions about it.
yeah. Um, so that's. I mean, it's cool to still see that there are players who are at the bleeding edge of things, still touching console, which is good.
The bleeding edge, he says.
He is on the bleeding edge. That's all I'm saying.
The bleeding edge. Nah, Brad will kick it till he's 50.
Oh my gosh.
Just like how I won't be kicking it when I'm 50.
Yeah, you'll be dead.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Take us elsewhere. Fuck
Also,
you for that.
fuck you. Okay. Um. Yeah, that's not very important. Okay, let's talk about
We spoke about that like every other episode. It feels like.
Yeah, it's filler content. Um, Solus 5.
Holy kipper, man.
Can we? I mean, it has been pointed out. Can we appreciate that Alex paths his FCs?
Yeah, it is
The only person to
Really do that.
FC and Path both Solus 5 and Obsidian.
Yep.
The only person to FC both of those songs and both are pathed.
Both
I
are
gotta
paths.
say, when you use SP in your songs or when you're in your FCs, it's like actually visually pleasing. Like as one of the older CH players, I guess. It
Yeah.
it warms my soul knowing that people use the SP button.
It also does genuinely add difficulty because depending on the path, it can make certain activations pretty difficult.
Like imagine you had to alt or not alt activate on a
Message
like
to blue.
yeah and to be like just on the first chord.
On the first
Imagine.
chord. Yeah.
And no one could do it.
Yeah, he's also putting ghost inputs in his titles now. Are ghost inputs something? Is that something that y'all are?
That should be a topic of conversation right now. The ghost inputs.
The
and
ghost inputs?
It's cool that they're like a relevant thing because I feel like if it like the more relevant it becomes, the more people are gonna actually like care about how much they ghost. Which I mean, it doesn't really. I mean, it's still very new, but I think it's gonna be a cool thing. I guess.
I think people who worry about the stat are in the niche. I'd say ultimately the common CH folk who are up like who are what's the word sort of getting into the game and whatnot most likely will not give two shits. I gotta say.
I think
the game
it's yeah.
the game doesn't care if you ghost, so why should you care?
Yeah, it's like either you can ghost or you cannot ghost at all. That's all it. There's two ways of playing Clone Hero.
And it's like again, I think the stat is just kind of useless in itself because of the way some of the hardware works nowadays.
Yeah.
to where I'm pretty sure flickers will count more towards your inputs, your ghost inputs.
Maybe I've heard in like very specific scenarios, but not like something you would run into very often, honestly. Because
It's just
it
I just think
works.
it's useless.
From what I've been told, it works as in if you hit a note holding down more than one other fret that's not being hit. Like if you hit a, I don't know, if you hit a yellow tap as a green,
Yeah, like
red, yellow,
okay.
that causes a ghost. But hitting it as like a green, red, ascending trip, or
So
green,
say
green,
you're
yellow,
like
that won't.
say you're like zigging a trip. Will that not count as a ghost input?
It will on the
Okay.
yellow,
Right. Okay.
but on the red and green, that's just a pull off, so not a ghost.
Right. 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 Right.
So I
I
think
mean,
it's a cool idea, but I'm not specifically looking at it very much, honestly.
again, the game does not care if you do it, so why should anyone care that you do it at this
It's
rate?
like an aesthetic or something, I guess. If you think about it, like it's cool to sort of, oh, you did this, but yeah, like
Uh-huh.
it's a stat that you
It,
had.
it's
You know.
I look at it like, let me think. Sort of like, say someone out there is like looking for, zero ghosted inputs, right?
Mm,
You don't put in your title how many ghosted inputs you have, but your SC looks fairly clean, and then it's like, oh, they see your ghosted input counter. It's like say it's like 15.
mm,
It's like, oh my god, like this person 15 ghosted inputs. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like it creates ways to sort of tarnish things that aren't necessarily like like spammed or heavy or like just even slid or anything, that sort of thing. And
mm.
just I don't know. I don't think the stat is really useful in any way.
I don't think it is a. I don't think it makes the song harder. I don't think it really
Right,
adds
right,
much.
right. It's essentially bloating the stat screen more without using more space on the screen.
It doesn't add for more skillful play. It's just another way of measuring something.
It's
Uh,
just another statistic that's
it
pretty
turns the visual into like some statistic. Yeah, like you can look at a play and see if it's clean or not. It's not that difficult to see.
right. Shout out though.
Yeah. Anyways, Alec
Yeah.
getting Souls 5, that's great. Apparently he's back in the grind seat for a hot while now, which is awesome to hear because he's probably the most entertaining person to watch grind something,
Not
honestly.
to mention he meant or not to mention that he tweeted that he's gonna beat the shit out of a guitar soon.
For Solo
Yeah,
Maybe
6,
try solo six.
yeah,
So
first
imagine,
Solo series.
imagine,
that would be absolutely insane. Yeah, it's like and that's not no disrespect to him or anything, but it's like just because of like it was never something that I think he ever really considered up until a few days ago. I never expected he'd be like a serious contender to get the full series actual.
Yeah,
So
it's a really daunting thing to try and take on, especially. And he's been around the game for so long that Solo 6 has had this impossible idea in his head
stigma.
for so long,
Yeah.
yeah.
I wonder if he imagined he'd be at this point thinking about it, like ever.
I don't think any player imagines it would be at a certain point ever.
I guess that's true.
I never imagined. I mean, oh man, wouldn't that be cool? But like, we're here where we are, and we don't.
Surely we never get to that point with like Uber song because of too many notes.
Uh oh,
Surely not.
clip it, clip it.
Surely not. Quote me on that. We'll never get to that point.
Relentless clone hero.
Oh my god. Stop.
Relentless. Anyways, full series. Depending on how close Jared and Alec get, I wonder if Frith would try and join the fight. That would
yeah,
be pretty
that's
cool. I'm getting some guitars, right? Oh, which speaking of, that auction is over. Let me go check on that. I'm getting some
well,
guitars.
it's like the most important part of the podcast right
Oh
here.
my god, I'm paying $73.
Yes, sir. You have to pay shipping.
No, I'm paying. They raised it up by like
Oh,
$22.
never mind. Yeah, that happens.
Well, did you?
I won. I won. Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Yeah. So I'll
that's good.
I'll
It's still
throw.
steel. 73 is
Yeah,
still steel.
That's that
for
right there.
for 4 guitars, that's pretty damn good.
You will
You need a
find
Les Paul.
explorers. You will find explorers for the same price, like one explorer.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
I guess on the topic, I guess of Solus 4, Jared. It's gonna be super exciting to see because I mean Jared still has Solus 2, though, but I think that's so I personally I would knock out Solus 2 first just because I feel like that would not take him very long at all. Just because Solus 2 I think is very friendly
Less
towards
mentally
his
draining as
playstyle.
well. Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like
it's really just gonna be that one part for him, and
coming off the
he'll
supernovae grind, I
yeah
think like he could use the sort of the mental downtime.
Mm.
yeah. Or he could just it's like oh there's a lot of what is it? He's got
Oh
like
my
the
god.
adrenaline's still flowing. He's still like positive or whatever. Feeling positive about it. Just use that sort of
Full
energy to
injection.
get rid of Solus 4. That's a cool thing. Oftentimes I get very like if I get an FC or something, it's really really good and I'm happy about it. I feel like other grinds become easier, I guess, and
Yeah, it
I
can
try to
the
keep that
breakthroughs
going.
can translate with other grinds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Fortnite V Bucks. Yeah, V
it's
Bucks.
it's still worth, unfortunately, still worth.
It's $25 a
Yeah.
tar. I mean, that's pretty damn good.
That is very good.
Yeah, and most eBay is like 40, I think. 35 or 40, so you're saving like $40
Yeah,
or something.
a good amount. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and if that uh fucking Les Paul is a 2-2, I'd be happily willing to sell that to anyone in Texas. Anyways, named Frith. Um, Solus 4. I am gonna bring this up, Jeff.
Hit me.
I guess I don't know if I initially stirred the pot, but I did like kind of stir the pot, and we did with the tier list, right?
Right.
About the idea of spamming, and that's kind of taking Twitter by storm as well a little bit because it's fucking clone hero.
Comparing players
Speaking of
and
that
only
list,
fragmenting the list.
not too much of a response, at least on Twitter. Or on
Yeah,
you like I guess a lot of the stuff that we've gotten in response to that has actually been kind of positive, I guess, which is shocking since, you'd think that it would just like unleash hell, but it doesn't seem to have done that at least. I mean, sure, things have probably been said in, private circles, but I mean, what's not
Points have
said?
been cleared up essentially,
Yeah,
and
but it's
then
like, yeah, it's pretty much just, yeah, it's definitely, I mean, still a better response,
then
to that
thought.
than I was expecting.
Yeah, definitely. Anyways, the reason why I'm bringing it up is I'm not trying to like say ill will or anything, but I've heard a decent amount of people complain without me even bringing it up about how Solus 4 is unwatchable currently.
really,
Yeah,
would you like to maybe support said claims as to maybe why? Would you be able to like
so
explain why?
the reasons that I'm hearing it from people is that it is kind of a shit fest with methods and kind of not very nice to watch.
You're telling me that it's pretty much just pissed through with, you know, the same methods that could accomplish pretty much any song that exists right now.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's not done to nearly the most honest extent
hardly,
for it that
hardly.
makes it pretty. Well, okay.
Therefore, it
Well,
makes it a different
hold
thing.
on. Yeah, yeah. I think of it like, okay. So this is where I'm at right now, right? I think Jared at this point does not stream for the I'd say a community approval sort of thing directly towards the game, right? I think
Mm,
we've pretty much seen that by now.
yeah,
Like he's not looking to impress anyone.
It's hard to
He,
really blame him since he hasn't he hasn't really needed that sort of thing. He's just been able
Right.
to do his own thing and
It's
just
he's essentially like not in like a bad way, but he is essentially like kind of like almost on his own island, right?
The Carney Jared Island. He
He's
reminds me of like a U. He's like the UCog now, because UCog was like I don't know.
or
Maybe I'm.
Jason Paradise.
Yeah,
Jason
Jason
Paradise.
Paradise is a much better
yeah, it's
idea.
like not the worst thing in the world
Like you
because
have
like
your own community rather than just relying off of the clone hero community. Because
yeah,
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
remember
yeah,
I saw I remember I saw and I think that's a cool thing, and I think that's a cool sort of
well, it's smart
like I know
from a
I know he
streamer
was I know
standpoint.
he was
right.
streaming marbles on stream, and I know marbles is really popular because that's sort of just like it's fun as shit, but it's still like 300 viewers during that,
Uh,
so it's not like everybody was just there for the grind, and I think that's a cool
Yeah.
thing,
yeah,
but
it
anyways, what the other thing I guess I was saying is that or I was gonna say is that um yeah, just being able to sort of, I guess, not have to rely on the community in order to sort of do well. I feel like is and that just happens to work well, and suppose because people, it's the sort of the entertainment factor and sort of the intensity of the streams, and that's a good thing. I think it's cool to watch. So
I I was gonna say yeah to add to that point. It's Clone Hero is not you know in his regards to he's not looking to play clean. He's not looking to do things conventionally. It's more so of by proxy with the game or using the game rather. How can he make his stream enjoyable for his community? And by
yeah,
proxy, community or Clone Hero, by any means necessary, like achieving like I don't want to say artificially because he in the end he is doing it, but like unconventionally
yeah. This is what
in
I
said
was
game.
gonna say this. I was gonna say this earlier, but I like forgot. He's sort of built his own community, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. So
You
it's
know,
like he doesn't need to follow, I guess, CH rhetoric in terms of playing things honest and
like I saw.
clean to sort of get his point across to his community. He just
Mhm.
sort of uses the game to,
His cleanliness does not generate views or money.
yeah, it's not because he's playing the game honestly that he has his community. It's sort of just, who he is and by proxy sort of uses the game. He doesn't have to care about the community or the game at all. It's just more so a part of his stream at the end of the day.
Yeah, it is a Jared stream, and he is happening to be playing Clone Hero that day.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, that's a
Yeah,
really
it's I know.
that is what he's wanted. He's told me that he kind of wants to be able to go to anything, and that's like obviously like kind of the dream as a streamer, right? If you're to do that, you can just do whatever you want, and people will watch and support you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I want to say I guess to complete my point is ultimately I don't think like I don't want to say he doesn't care for the community, but he certainly doesn't need to care or need the community at
yeah.
all.
I know. I saw a video. I don't know if I mentioned this on the last thing. Probably not. But I mentioned or no. But I was gonna mention that I saw a video of like a bunch of people in a VC and uh, Jared's Discord or something reacting to the Nova FC. I don't know who any of them are. So like I
Right.
couldn't recognize a name, and I've been here for a long time, and it could just be new members, but it's like it's just sort of backs up that theory that it's he's sort of built his own community, that it's not and it's just a bunch of people that are like I never heard of, I've never seen
Mm-hmm.
before.
He's he's done well for himself in terms of gaining his traction on Twitch and kept a steady sort of viewer count and accomplishing what he wants to accomplish essentially.
Yeah. Which I mean, that's
You can't knock the guy for it, but
yeah.
you know, it's just in terms of strictly sort of gameplay mentality, it's not the honest thing to go watch.
Mm-hmm.
But
Hmm.
that's sort of I guess clarifying said claims that you've heard gives.
I will say that as I guess us three and some others in the community. I don't know. I would say out of us three, I'm probably the loudest about it, about like playing honestly. Um, and I will say there has been like a decent amount of other people kind of just coming out of the woodworks and be like, yeah, uh, I would rather it kind of start to resemble the cleaner play back in the day. Like a lot more than I thought, honestly, would agree with it.
Yeah,
Um, so it's nice to see that it's like might still be a dying breed, but we still got some numbers. Know what I mean? Which is a
yeah,
we still got some
Oh
numbers.
my god.
yeah.
So there's
Our
still hope.
our new Lord and
Recruits.
Savior, SM64 will carry us to the
Yeah.
promised land, and then
Yeah,
Yeah,
Alec and
maybe.
SM64 will carry us to the promised land.
yeah,
Surely,
probably like the I
DM
think
and
like the
Senate will
fastest
also.
cleaner player, genuinely.
Jobu?
I think right now, huh?
Jobu is, you think?
Yeah, because I mean, once I,
Yeah.
well, he's already like a top three for speed, and if he can, he's definitely like, the other or a top five, and I guess anyone else that I can think of, can applying that sort of
I
speed
I think
to.
I think overall speed, which is what matters, by the way, because we are in a using the guitar controller meta, not a menu bar meta, right? Because it's about the entire controller.
Unfortunately.
It's about the entire controller, by the way. I think top three overall speed, strumming, tapping, one handing, etc. He's definitely top three. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
he can. Yeah,
I
I
think
think
the
like
top three are honestly so much further ahead of everyone else. It's actually kind of crazy.
yeah, I know. Yeah, got a 90, just shy of 99% on the Empress or something a long time ago. So like, I wouldn't be surprised if like you just be able to do that now. Not like probably be grind for anyone else really.
Yeah,
So, but I feel like he'd be able to get that. You know.
yeah, he do have some speed in that.
It's just a shame he kept himself playing under wraps, or else he could have gotten the tier list.
I know, right? He could have been higher in the tier list.
He could have been on there at all.
Yeah,
Poor guy.
fucking Jobus. Fucking Jobus, man. I told him to go
Fucking
fuck himself as soon as I heard that. All right, well, that is Explorer gone. We did talk about that he had to go. So yeah,
we did.
but he said it's chill if we talk about anything else in our minds.
Um, I mean, do you have any aspirations you have in the game goes? Like, what are you sort of working towards currently?
Currently, honestly, not really a lot right now. I'm having fun not playing the game as much. I just
Right.
made like a little video and that was kind of the remains of what was a decent amount of motivation.
Uh-huh.
And I'm happy with what I learned from that. So right now I'm not looking for too much, but I am feeling like when I come back, the next thing is I go like in phases like the moon, right? I don't practice all of my game all the time. I practice very
Right.
specific parts of it.
Right.
So I think the next step is going back into tapping, not for a speed idea, but more so for just actual
Getting
getting
the
good at it.
cleanliness down, the formation of
Yeah, the
the
fundamentals.
tap.
Got to get the fundamentals, you know? Like I
Yeah.
can be as fast as I want or whatever, but I'm not really going to give a shit about it until I can actually pair it with something. So,
I get you. I will say that um the last thing I remember you really committing to in terms of like sort of an aspiration was the MTB sort of progress.
yeah, and I did pretty well with that pretty fast,
Hmm.
I would say. Obviously, I've kind of abandoned it now, but I mean,
Yeah.
also with robotic buildup, I got a -1 on that as well within like 2 days of starting.
Hmm.
Um, so I at least do have the comfort of knowing that, like, yeah, when I really put my fucking mind to something or like it's inspires something within me, like I can get a lot of fucking progress done on it really fast.
Yeah, you do take advantage of sort of your motivation to do things when you will set your mind to it or sort of want to achieve something.
Yeah, which I am happy about.
Yeah, some people, I'd say actually most people can't really capitalize on said thing.
Hmm.
They sort of just like, you know, hope and pray that one day they'll just play it and hopefully hit it or whatever.
Yeah,
But it sort of takes like mental discipline to take it into parts like you were doing and slowing it down to like fucking
5-10% sometimes.
5% speed, 10% speed, like
Jeffrey Rock
whatever.
Band over here does not go below 80% speed on practice mode. I'm telling you, he does
I
not. He
will
does not know what that means.
I will. Okay, so this is what happens. So I will either slow it down to like 80, and then like just can't hit it. Oh well. 90. All right, can't hit it. Oh well. Like 100. All right, can't hit it. Then I'll just go load up the full song and then just try and
Oh man.
squeeze it out essentially. And if I can't hit it,
Oh,
well,
well,
unfortunate, unlucky,
fucking case closed, man.
unlucky. Go next. Essentially is what I do.
Oh man, that's funny. This man is carried by fundamentals, by the way. Carried by fundamentals.
No mental, just go.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I guess. And kind of, I guess, more so like an actual long term. Here's a portfolio of what I want to be able to accomplish. Uh,
Uh,
um, I kind of just want to make it so that I'm not where the part that I'm hindered in my play is actually my speed and not my technicality. Because that's the best players in the world. That's what they're hindered by is their speed, not their technicality, and that's kind of a mark of it
yeah. So you essentially want to achieve said, I guess, technicality
relative
in
to the
which,
speed.
yeah, in terms of which you could just bust out things because you already have the speed for it. So you don't have
Yeah.
to work toward. You don't have to work
So
towards that part, which is essentially the harder part, I think.
yeah, I know working to max out your technicality is a lot harder than speed. Honestly, I feel like. Well, that's like a fucking biased ass opinion because I
I'd say it's pretty biased because I feel like if it was as easy to just obtain speed, everyone would be fast.
yeah,
But
that's true.
tons of people are heck of fucking slow.
Yeah, that's yeah. Not Leaf, by the way. Leaf is not slow.
It's not slow, yeah.
He's not slow. He hits solo E trips, everyone. So yeah, alt tapping. Yep, he did that. Cannot complain anymore. I think that something that taking advantage of motivation for me is really seen is because I did do like so much just play the exact same section over and over for speed type things.
Uh,
I do have the ability to just hit fucking select in practice mode like 5,000 times every fucking hour. Like
so you could say mindlessly.
I can play mindlessly in practice mode on a specific section. If I really dedicate it, I can stare at a section for 8 hours a day and not care.
Just having the ability to turn your brain off like that is I don't know what to call it. I want to say it's like I actually don't know. I'm speechless.
It's I'm speechless, speechless, speechless.
Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs. All right, well, yeah, that's probably gonna be the end of it. We actually have nothing else to talk about. We're both pretty washed in the brain right now.
Yeah, I can barely keep my eyes open if I'm being honest.
Sheeshington. Yeah, we were supposed to have a special guest today, but that did not happen. So maybe next week. I don't fucking know.
I surely don't know either if Ghost doesn't know.
I don't fucking know, man. All right, well, fucking peace,
Hasta luego.
bitch.